No women directors in the best director category. Of course, this is upsetting because, you've had a lot of women directors making some really big movies. We're talking about Sarah Polley's Women Talking. We're talking about the Gina Prince Bythewood's The Woman King. We're talking about Charlotte Wells' Aftersun. We're talking about Chidonya Chukwe's Till. So how do you have so many accomplished films like that, and how do they miss Best Director? But really, when Riz Ahmed announced the
Year
short
of
film
Dicks.
nominee My Year of Dicks, that pretty much summed up the year. If you look at the best director nominees, you get a lot of big dick swinging directors. The Banshees of Inisherin. Look, I think Martin McDonagh does a wonderful job with that movie, but it is ultimately a movie about two dicks who can't get along. If you look at the Daniels, the guys who made Everything Everywhere All at Once, they literally came up with a gag about a dick that busts through walls. Okay, like that's the look at the turn down for what video. The dick gags continue in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know it's a movie about a woman, but it is a movie where these two male directors are really flaunting their style. That's been the vibe of a lot of the movies in 2022. The Fablemans, I love The Fablemans. I think The Fablemans absolutely is one of the best pictures of the year, and I don't ever usually categorize Steven Spielberg as a director who is all about big dick swinging energy. This is one of the most generous directors you will probably find. However, he did make a movie about his own craftsmanship. You look at Tar. Todd Field's Tar is a movie about a woman dealing with cancel culture and Me Too. So you have a male director imposing a lot of his thoughts, a lot of devil's advocates playfulness, and a lot of his conceptions about structure and power and stuff onto a story that's supposed to be dealing with cancel culture and Me Too. I look at Tar and I look at the control that Todd Field exerts over this conversation. A lot of the male directors this year were all about look at me, look at my style, look at my control, look at my voice, see how I do things. They exert their voice over the content. If you look at all the other directors that could have been nominated and might have been nominated had it not been for all these other men. You look at the James Camerons, the Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritus, you look at the Andrew Dominics, a lot of men who like to take up a lot of oxygen in the room. A lot of the movies made by women this year were all about serving their content, serving their community, serving the stories they're telling. All you got to do is look at the performances in The Woman King. Compare how someone like Lashana Lynch feels so at home in this environment and can just really let her character loose when she's acting opposite people like Viola Davis and Tusumbedu under Gina Prince Bythewood's direction, right? I think Gina Prince Bythewood created a space where these women could really, really bust out. You just listen to the interviews from women talking. Listen to all the people about how they talked about that with such a collaborative nature. You didn't have a director who exerted auteurist vibes. You had a director who was collaborating, wanting to hear the input of her cast, of her producers, of her crew, of her editors. Of course, awards voters can only see what a director does when the director is drawing attention to themselves. And I feel like that's how we got to this situation where all the director nominees are men.